Hi there, folks. Welcome to Sumit Academy. This is my sixth and final video on the Armed Forces Special Powers Act. I shall now discuss the possible way forward to humanize the Act. The way forward to humanize the Act is by framing of rules and a few possible executive steps. Now, the first and most obvious step would be to use the tool of a court of inquiry, that is, an army terminology for an inquiry commission, for prompt and transparent investigations into all cases of civil deaths, grievous injury, or allegations of sexual harassment in a venue easily accessible to the local public. Second suggestion. The next step would be to videograph all such military missions for greater transparency and accountability. The third step is to cut down the number of those killed. Now, how to be done? How this can be done? It can be done by introducing incentives, awards for capturing militants alive, with the assurance to the forces that such militants will not be immediately set at liberty on bail till the operation in the area is concluded. Fourth, to further investigate allegations of false encounters and forced disappearance, local NGOs be allowed to lodge complaints. However, this must be with credible evidence and with penal provisions in case of repeated false complaints lodged with the intention of subverting security operations. Fifth, a civil magistrate be embedded into each army contingent on the lines of the journalists embedded in the US operations in Iraq. Sixth, all complaints against army personnel pending in police stations be thoroughly probed in a time-bound manner, preferably within 72 hours. Seventh, create committees at the district level with representatives of army, police, civil administration, and the public to report, assess, and track complaints in the area. Eighth, due publicity be given where disciplinary action has been taken against armed forces personnel for human rights violations. Ninth, frame clear guidelines to lay down policy about according or denying of sanction for prosecution under Section 6. 10th, the best solution, of course, would be a political settlement which would resolve the core issues that have fueled the social unrests, of which insurgency has been the most radical form. Number 11. This would be an act that empowers the security agencies adequately to deal with the challenges at hand, but who are fully accountable to the normal civil laws. For if power corrupts, power without accountability can become monstrous. Let's talk about the focus of the debate in our conclusion. And I really would like you to conclude your answer with these lines. The state has no alternative than to ultimately respond to violent challenges to its integrity and existence with violence, or as we learned when we were studying state actors, legitimate violence. Now, however, this state violence will remain legitimate only if there are legal frameworks that define legitimate violence and its execution. That is why the focus of the debate should be concentrated on the processes and mechanisms for structuring these legal frameworks so as to humanize them, not on the calls for an unconditional and unprepared removal altogether. Well, that's all from me on AFSPA. I do hope my 6 videos on AFSPA will be useful towards your understanding of this much maligned and misunderstood legal provision of the government. I also hope that the points I have given you are more than enough to build your 250 to 350 word answer. Remember, the UPSC examiners are pretty strict about the word limit. So always read the instructions on the number of words before you start writing your answer. Till then, let's stay cheerful and do remember to like and subscribe to my channel so that you do not miss out on my future videos. In case you have any doubts or you want additional videos, do remember to drop me a line at sumitacademy20@gmail.com or do drop me a comment below this video. Cheers!